Okay, Sheriff. Here they are.
Tell the Marshal this ain't how we do things here. But I'll oblige him this once. All right. Let's see what we got.
Hi, how's it going today, ladies and gentlemen? My name is RabbidPlaya, and welcome to Red Dead Online. Now, my original plans were to bring you guys some more Spider-Man gameplay, which I was recording. I got like an hour of footage on Spider-Man. I was at 10% through the story, and then I looked just now, and I'm at 16%. So I did a good little bit in that hour that I was playing, but what happened was, midway through recording, my power suddenly went out because it's been really windy all day where I stay at, and I guess that somehow when the winds got really high, it knocked one of the lines of my neighbor, it knocked their power lines down, and we didn't have power. So, and plus, I was recording in the middle of it, and I didn't even get a chance to save my recording. I didn't get a chance to stop the recording to see if I could try and like get it back because the power just went out on me while I was sitting there talking to you guys. So that happened, and then when I looked back, I saw that for some reason my smart self didn't make 2 save files so that in case something happened with one, I could go back and just redo it again. I don't even know. So I'm gonna have to play through that again to get back to the point where I was in that game before I can give you guys more footage on that. But since that happened, I figured I would bring you guys some Red Dead Online gameplay because I haven't even tried online yet. This is my first time trying it. And I'm guessing this is where you customize your character, I'm assuming. Okay, so this is my character right here.
Hold it.
Jackson! Officer Jackson, move those prisoners! Officer Benton! Kitchens aid staff! Officer Townsend, those rocks ain't gonna break themselves. What are you standing there for? Get moving! What are you looking at? Go on, get moving!
You with the hammer? And you'll do. We need to perform a work detail out near Tumbleweed. Come on, get in. Open the gate.
What did I do to get here?
Yeah! I tell you what, old Jameson is a wretched, sour old bastard, and no mistake. You lot stay calm in there.
You aren't saying nothing.
Well, you are now. Shut up. You know, my wife has acquired ideas significantly above her station. She's been reading too many goddamn books. Personally, I'm against education. Of women, I mean. And men, I guess. Unnecessary. Doesn't add much to the world. Education.
Good day, gentlemen.
Oh.
Don't do anything stupid. Nobody gets shot. Act like fools, and the pair of you will be dead within a minute. Now, what are your names?
Jenkins and Milliken.
Well, Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Milliken, throw your guns to the ground and get on down here. That's it. Very glad to meet you. It's not worth being rash. You
boys get paid a salary. You get that salary whether these people escape or not. Your wives presumably want you alive. Let them out. Now, please.
Okay. Okay.
You all run away. Aside from you. Try to
Of
stay
course.
out of trouble. This is a stroke of good fortune for all of you. Use it. Now, Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Milliken, be so kind as to quickly run away before somebody gets shot entirely unnecessarily. Go on, don't look back. Mr. Wendt, I believe it was $50 we agreed on.
It was.
Here's 50 each.
Each?
Yes. Now get out of here, both of you. My employer and I appreciate your professionalism.
All we did was stand there and look tough.
And you did it fantastically well. Good day, gentlemen. Now, sir, how about you pick up these guns and we move out? My mistress is waiting for us.
So wait, did I hire him to get me out, or?
We haven't got far to ride.
Oh, so this is my horse?
Get on the horse when you're good and ready, okay? It ain't time for you to ride off on your own. Not quite yet. Now come along. Ready? Wonderful. I hope you'll forgive the secrecy. My employer particularly values discretion.
Oh, okay, so someone hired him to get me out?
6 months at
Now how does he know my name exactly?
Waiting a hanging for a murder you did not commit must have felt a whole lot longer, my friend. You still seem strong, though. I mean, doesn't look like breaking all those rocks has left you entirely broken, in body or in spirit. I hope I am right about that. Rounding you folks up.
I can only guess that I don't talk in this game either.
Disgrace. Made a mockery.
I don't think I've ever heard a character, an online character, say anything in GTA 5. I'm being totally honest. Okay, so for some odd reason, I decided to log out of PlayStation Network, forgetting that I was playing online. Because as soon as I saw that one of my friends were online, as soon as I saw the notification off to the left, I thought to myself, oh wait, I forgot to sign out of PlayStation Network before I started recording. So I went to sign out, but as soon as I signed out, I was like, wait a second, I need to be signed in because I'm playing online. So that kind of stops everything we were doing. I don't know if we can pick back up where we left off. Okay, so thankfully it left us where we left off at before I, for some reason, signed out of PlayStation Network. Although I don't know where exactly we're going to. Although I can assume that we're going to see whoever hired him, I guess.
You owe her an audience, at least. He's just up here. There's the camp. Hit your horse.
So, can I just hitch it right there on the X on the map?
Wow, since you saw a hitching post, huh? This way. She's anxious to meet you. Madam, we're back.
Hello. Jessica Leclerc, how do you do? What did you tell him?
Nothing, as we discussed.
Thank you, Hawley. I do hope we haven't inconvenienced you dreadfully. But seeing as you were due to be hanged in a week, I'm sure you don't object too strongly. I know you're innocent. Well, not perhaps exactly innocent, but not guilty of what you were accused. I know you and those who were with you that died were little more than patsies, and that you were set up by one of 3 men or a woman, possibly by all of them. I can't be sure, but that is all I know so far.
And one of these people also made Mrs. Leclerc a widow.
And I will avenge my husband's death, so help me God. But I will not avenge it upon them who did not cause it, or caused it unwittingly. Anyway, I'm sure this is all a touch confusing and melodramatic. Where are my manners? Hawley, please show our guests to their tent and give them some fresh clothes to put on.
Very good, madam.
Then serve us both a little refreshment.
Certainly, madam. This way. You'll find a change of clothes in there, alongside a few other items you might need, a lasso, a knife, and a lantern, I believe.
Explore the wardrobe options. Oh, okay. So that was actually pretty interesting. Okay, so apparently the same people who got us into jail are the same people who made her a widow. And she's going to avenge her husband's death, quote unquote. So with that being said, that gave some pretty good backstory to how all this is going to go down. Although I don't know if we're going to have an objective through playing online or if we're just free to do whatever we want, pretty much.
That looks more comfortable. Hawley,
Here, madam.
your very good health. I suppose it beats dying,
Mrs. Leclerc's husband was murdered by one of his business partners.
And I intend to find out which one. Or rather, I intend for you to find out. And kill them. You're the only person I could possibly trust to do whatever it takes. Because you and your accomplices, you're the only other victims of their lies still alive. See, you walked into the town at approximately the same time my husband was shot in the back, but by another gun, firing different bullets to those you possessed when you were arrested. These bullets, this was their mistake. You were rounded up and sentenced to death, all because you came to town and didn't talk too much and seemed like you were nasty. Anyway, here they are, the people who run Blackwater. Mr. Jeremiah Shaw, banker, real estate speculator, and crook. Mr. Amos Lansing, ranch owner, speculator, and crook. Mrs. Grace Lansing, his wife, society patroness, lover of the arts, crook, and my former best friend, Teddy Brown, her disgraced brother, outlaw, wanted man, and still in contact with them. All I ask of you is your help in finding out quite what happened.
Mrs. Leclerc would like to help you get back on your feet. Get back to work.
Whatever your work may be, I don't judge. You want to rob? Rob. You want to save innocent folk? Do that as well. But you need me just as much as I need you. I think we all understand each other.
I hope we do.
Good. I look forward to rewarding you for killing those who made me a widow. My husband was a true believer in this country and in the West. He was killed for greed. Foul greed when there's quite enough for everybody. I don't care what your scruples are as to killing. I will take the full burden of that sin upon my shoulders. Goodbye, for now. Then Hawley, go introduce him to nice Mr. Cripps.
I think you'll like Cripps well enough. He's long past his prime, of course, but he hasn't gone entirely crazy just yet. And he will help you, better than most of his ilk. Cripps! Get up!
Hello, partner. Harley.
This is your new boss.
Oh, pleased to meet you, partner. J.B. Cripps at your service.
We'll pay to get your camp established. Mrs. Leclerc is a generous benefactor.
And, where are we headed?
Set a camp location. Wait, can I do any of this? Not right now, I guess. Small camp, large camp, daily fee $1. Wait, what? Yeah, sure. And then Garputh Ridge. Okay, so I'm guessing that as you rank up in online, you'll be able to get more of these camps. And maybe doing that will get you closer to figuring out who killed this lady's husband or something like that. I'm not entirely sure.
While Cripps is establishing your camp, perhaps you can go to the station and see the clerk. Then head to see Clay Davies. He's a horse thief and not a terribly nice one. Then meet Cripps back at your camp.
See you shortly, boss.